These numbers are pretty staggering. I think we already knew that BYD was going after market share above all else. And personally, I have no qualms with that whatsoever. But it is interesting to see that Tesla makes around 7 times more per car sold than BYD. However, these numbers, I think, are a little misleading. And what we need to do is pick apart what is actually going on at BYD. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. So what is actually going on here? Well, first of all, Late Finance have reported that BYD made an average profit of 9,000 yen per car. That's $1,250 US. Tesla made $8,250 US per car. So yeah, I mean, clearly you can see there's a big difference here. Net profit for Tesla was 14.9 billion. They sold 1.81 million cars in 2023. Car News China says that what this shows is BYD are clearly going after market share rather than profit. Now, I think it's a little more complex than that, a little more nuanced than that. The reason I say this is BYD are clearly going after the plug-in market. When I say the plug-in market, I mean plug-in hybrids. BYD this year have begun increasing the percentage of plug-in hybrids they sell versus EVs. That's a very intentional strategy. The best value cars that BYD sell are plug-in hybrids, according to BYD themselves. They're very much marketing their plug-in hybrids, saying our new ones will have 2,000 kilometers of range. I'm not sure if that's going to play out in the real world, but that's what they say. And they're very affordable. As a result, BYD's plug-in hybrid sales have begun to increase so that now BYD sells more plug-in hybrids than EVs. I believe the biggest reason for that strategy is BYD makes less profit on its electric cars versus plug-in hybrids. And that's a pretty fair thing to say because the same is in place for every car manufacturer in the world. I mean, General Motors, Ford, Toyota, Volkswagen, we know that all of them don't make a profit selling EVs. They do make a profit selling plug-in hybrids. Therefore, it would be safe to assume the same rule would apply to BYD. That could mean BYD could be making $3,000 on each plug-in hybrid they sell and minus $1,000 or $2,000 on the EVs that they sell. The other thing worth considering is since these numbers have come out, well, we don't know. We don't know if BYD made a loss on its cars. It very well may have. Why would I say that? Well, yes, it's true battery prices have come down, but at the same time, BYD have reduced the price of its vehicles by an average of about 16%. Some of them by up to 25%. And they've made them better. Some of them have bigger battery packs in them. And BYD's slashed the prices of every single model. They might not be making any profit at all. Now, I don't have any problems with this strategy because BYD is a car company who knows what they're doing. They're not NIO who make a loss on every single quarter for 10 years. That's a completely different ballgame. I mean, and we're talking massive losses. We're talking $3 billion of losses last year after being in the business for many years. That's a completely different scenario here. BYD clearly are very intelligent. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're able to take a calculated loss, in my opinion, on EVs, a calculated win on plug-in hybrids. That may change by the end of this year, where they might actually make profits from both of them, in my opinion. But here's the thing. BYD's strategy of going after everyone and being willing to make very small profits is very powerful. It's been used by many Chinese companies to essentially bankrupt their competition. I think that's what BYD is going to do. These tactics, says Car News China, are typical among Chinese businesses where a race to the bottom winner takes all mentality pervades. Good examples have been bicycle sharing schemes, food delivery, and to a lesser extent ride-hailing schemes. All initially had multiple entrants who then undertook huge discounting and promotions in order to gain market share. With bicycle sharing, this largely whittled the competition down to 2 companies, Ofo and Mobike. The result, though, was that due to relentless competition, they created a business model that was not profitable, and neither company exists anymore, although there are still a handful of bicycle sharing companies around. Now, it's true that there are literally millions of bicycles from these bicycle sharing companies just sitting in fields rusting. That's not a fake video. There's many videos documenting that. It's really quite bizarre that they didn't just give them away. I mean, give them away to people who live in, areas where they can't afford a bicycle. That would have made more sense. But there's literally these mountainous piles of bicycles from these bicycle sharing companies where they went bankrupt. Now, we've also seen similar things of fields of cars from Chinese car sharing companies, and not just Chinese car sharing companies, but overseas based companies who operated in China, where they have gone bankrupt as well and left their cars to just, gather dust in these fields. And the majority of those vehicles are not EVs. And the ones that are have lead acid batteries. So they're just straight rubbish. People are saying, there's all these valuable EVs with lithium ion batteries in these fields. There is not. They are basically rubbish cars. Now, is that going to happen in the EV car game, in actual car sales companies? It could. I mean, we've already seen 2 companies essentially go bankrupt this year in China alone. China, for a long time, has had too many producers, too many brands. They've got nearly 90 electric car brands. The average factory utilization rate has fallen to only 59%. That is not sustainable. You can't have factories producing 59% of the vehicles that they should be, that they were manufactured to build. A healthy range is considered to be a minimum of 70 to 80%, but you really should be running at 100% capacity for full efficiency. With EVs, it is rapidly becoming BYD and then everyone else. BYD last year sold 2.7 million cars in China. The next highest was Tesla at 603,000. By the time you get down to 10th place, sales are only 144,000, says CNEV Post. That's from Leap Motor. But even Leap Motor, they have never made a profit either. I mean, they're in financial distress. And I mean, they only sold 144,000 cars. So they can't really go on volume. They can't really say, well, we're doing what BYD is doing and we're trying to gain market share, because it's not really succeeding. BYD is setting the agenda thanks to its ability to sell large numbers of cars at low prices, with a perception by customers that they're good products, because generally speaking, they are. Despite the low profit level in 2023, Car News China says that BYD has actually increased its profit levels over the last few years. Since the end of 2019, BYD's cash reserves have actually surprisingly increased by 8 times. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, BYD are building car factories and battery factories all over the world. How do they increase their actual cash on hand by a factor of 8 during that period of time? Before 2021, the net profit per car was negative at BYD. Last year's profit per car was low, but it was still significantly higher than the $750 it made per car in 2022. $750. I mean, that could be an accounting markup. I mean, no one really knows. Fast Technology says, can car companies who want market share, can they really succeed with this business, or are they more likely to go bankrupt? Well, here's the thing. BYD has the luxury thanks to economies of scale and its vertical integration lead when it comes to pricing. I mean, it's the second biggest battery company in the world now. It's manufacturing batteries at staggeringly low cost. And it's now got its version 2 of its lithium-ion blade battery, which is 27% more energy dense than its previous battery, and should cost the same amount for BYD to manufacture, making this new battery possibly revolutionary for the company. For many other companies, particularly in the EV market or the plug-in hybrid market, but also in the car market, the single car profit that Fast Technology talks about might literally be one car due to the low sales. From the beginning of this year, BYD has fired, they say, a serious shot in terms of it's really brought the price war to everyone's doors. The media are saying that Tesla started this price war. That is completely ridiculous. I mean, if we look at the price discounting we've seen from BYD over the past 6 months, where some models have had their prices reduced 5 or 6 times and they haven't gone back up. Yeah. That's just next level. That's next level savage. That's seriously savage. This company, BYD, their founder, Wang Shanfu, he comes across as this nice guy. He's not. He's an absolute savage. He wants to kill his competition. He's telling everyone this. He's literally coming out and he's saying, yeah, we want to take down internal combustion legacy automakers in China. And we're going to. No one is going to stop us. Do you think anyone can? I don't. And that's why 2 years ago, I predicted BYD and Tesla would be the two biggest car companies in 2030. Thanks for watching.